Hey sweet face, and welcome back to Allison TV. If you are new here, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. So guys, before I get into today's video, you already know there is a bomb makeup look that I put up on my channel Monday, and it is the first look of the spring. Now true that it ain't all the pinks and the tangerines and stuff like that, but it's still springtime colors. Also, make sure you check out my vlog that's gonna be uploaded this Friday and the one from last Friday, because when I tell you, your girl is getting so much better at these vlogs, like, but don't listen to me, go check them out for yourself. And also make sure to thumbs up my videos so that I can flourish through the algorithm, because what? But anyways, so today's video is gonna be real short, cute, and simple, because there really ain't much to explain when it comes to this topic. Now, some people are just weird. Some of y'all like to let y'all friends cross a lot of boundaries. So don't be mad at me when you hear these rules. So anyways, today's video and today's topic is gonna be very short, very cute, very simple, because it ain't very much to explain when it comes to this topic. Now, I understand a lot of y'all got weird, everybody got their own relationship, everybody got their own rules. What works for them works for them. But a lot of y'all be having a lot of problems, or feel like, you know, stuff be happening and you just never saw it coming. You never saw it coming while everybody else did. So today we are gonna talk about a couple of boundaries or things that your boyfriend and your best friend just shouldn't be doing together. Obviously, they should not be sleeping together, but before we even get that far, the things that lead up to it, we're gonna talk about that stuff. So if you ever had a problem with maybe your friend being a little too flirty with your boyfriend being a little too flirty with your girlfriend, or if you've ever had a friend who actually slept with your boyfriend, you might have not, besides them just being sneaky and being behind your back and being just shady, you might have done a couple of these things that didn't help your situation. Not taking any more blame off of them, because they are just shitty people, but there are just a few things that maybe we could do that keeps us out of jail. Because if you my friend and you mess with my man, that's where I'm going. So the first thing I want to say is, if you my best friend and you my man, y'all shouldn't have each other's phone number. Unless y'all was friends before me and you already had his phone number before we became friends, and you shouldn't have his phone number. At the end of the day, if my best friend has my passcode, if we're going out and it's that type of situation where I'm probably gonna get blacked out drunk and she needs help from a boyfriend or whatever, trust me, we're gonna exchange passcodes before it gets to that point. And then if all else fails, if she really don't know my doggone password, just hold my phone up to my face. But if you ain't got face recognition, at the end of the day, if something's going on and you need to get in touch with my man for some reason, we all got social media. Now, I understand a lot of y'all feel like when y'all get in relationships, it's weird for your friends to send your man a friend request. I don't know what type of friends you've had in the past. I don't know who's hurt you, but I'm pretty sure somewhere on his list, there are girls who, there's at least one girl who looks better than you and better than your friend. See, a lot of y'all be low-key jealous of your friend, or think your friend look good, and you know how you be feeling when you look at her pictures on her page and you don't want your man on her page because you feel like he gonna look at her and see the same thing you see. Sweetie, social media is filled with any type of girl he want to look at. So just because it ain't your friend don't mean you just stopped him from looking at a pretty girl. If he hearting other girls' stories and sending them messages and stuff, you have a better chance of, if he does it to your friend, of her telling you if she's a real friend. But you're not gonna stop him from sliding into women's DMs just because you don't want them, your friend and your boyfriend, being friends on social media. Now, having him in your close friends, I don't think that should happen. If in your close friends, if you're sharing things sexual or sharing things y'all know what y'all share in close friends. Now if you literally just sharing stuff that you don't want people to see, like stuff with your dogs, your kids, anything like that, stuff for close family, I understand that. But we all know what y'all be doing in close friends. So no, you should not, that should not be a thing. So again, if something happened to you and you trying to get in touch with me and you can't get in touch with me and you know I'm with my man, you better find him on Facebook, because I'm gonna raise some eyebrows if you just call him straight from your phone and you ain't been had his number. Under no circumstances should you be agreeing to meet up or hang out with my best friend by yourself. I don't care what it's for. I don't care if you trying to surprise me. It better not just be my best friend. You better get a family member or something. But at the end of the day, we ain't gotta be like that. Like, I understand because a lot of men like to get the best friend to help pick out wedding rings and surprise parties and da-da-da-da. Hire a party planner. But if you don't wanna do that, I can understand it. Reach out to her on social media, y'all figure it out, whatever. But just hanging out, going to the movies, going to a bar, like, what's the reason? Are you dating me? Are you trying to get to know me? Or are you trying to get to know my friend? Like, am I just out here going out, hanging out with your homeboys for no reason without you? Why are you hanging out with my girlfriend? I don't care if I go out of town. I don't care if something come up, I ain't around. If you go to my house and you trying to hang out with me and I ain't there or whatever, first of all, don't pull up to my house unannounced, because that's rude. I don't care if you're my friend or not. Whenever me and my friends finna hang out, we let each other, hey, you at home? I'm finna pull up. Like, if you pull up to my house and I ain't there and my man there, no, you can't wait till I get there. If I pull up to my girl house and she don't even have a man, if I pull up to her house and she ain't there, but I know there's somebody in there that could let me in, I'm gonna wait in the car. If she's not far, I wait in the car. I get out the car, and when she gets there, we walk in together. If she's far and she doing something, I probably ain't gonna wait because I'm impatient, so I'm gonna leave and go somewhere and do something and then maybe come back. But even if I decide to sit there and wait, I'm gonna wait in my car. The people who are inside the house ain't even gonna know that I'm outside of the house. Like, we grown now. We not at high school to where I just pop up over your house because you my friend unannounced. We grown, we in relationships, we got kids, we got our own lives going on, and for no reason, circumstance, you be popping up at my house without calling or texting me first. Welcome to the life of an introvert, because that's just rude. I don't care who you are. We have people, even our best friends, even our mama. Sometimes people call us and I don't even feel like talking to you on the phone when you call me sometimes. What in the world make you think you can just pop up on me unannounced? That kind of stuff take time. I'm gonna say this one time, you shouldn't have to tell your friend and your man this, but I'm gonna say this one time and one time only. Keep your hands to yourself. What man play fights with his, first of all, if you put your hand on my friend and it's in an abusive way, then you finna get jumped. If my best friend take it upon herself to put her hands on my man, it'll have to be a pretty good reason, and I would have to be understanding that he might have pushed a button, because I know my friend and I know she crazy and there's certain buttons you don't push. But if you put your hands on my man, we finna fight. It's a two-way street. But obviously, if I feel like y'all don't like each other and I feel like it would even get to that point to where y'all put your hands on each other, then I probably wouldn't have y'all around each other. But the other, keep your hands to yourself. Don't touch each other. Just don't play fight. What people don't understand is play fighting and touching each other, that's a love language. Like, I don't even want y'all like texting each other and stuff behind my back, so what makes you think I want you talking in love language? No, that's just weird. And if you don't understand that, if you don't understand why you gotta keep your hands to yourself when it comes to another woman's man, then you got a whole nother set of problems going on. But understand, if you touch my man, I'm gonna touch you. Now, it's very weird to me. Like, I've never hung out with my friends with a man or just sat down on my friends while they with their man. Now I understand, like, if like me, I live with my boyfriend, so if my girl like wants to come and hang out, like, he's not around. And I've never just hung out with any of my friends if they've been with their man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I've ever third wheeled. Like, that's the stuff we've done in high school. Like, when your friend wants you to meet a boyfriend for the first time, so you go over to his house and you sit down with her and you guys just sit there and you just be awkward. Like, again, we grown. And I only had one friend, honestly, do that to me. None of my friends ever just really took me to hang out with a boyfriend. But I didn't judge my friend for, listen, I knew how my friend was and she knew how I was, so. But especially on date nights, especially if me and my man have something planned, whenever, you have to understand, whenever a couple plans stuff for each other, unless they reach out to other people for it to be a group thing, for everybody to hang out, you can't come with us. I don't care what movie it is we going to see. I don't care what new movie it is. I don't care what restaurant. You ain't never edited that restaurant before. I don't care. Like, you cannot come hang out on date night. You cannot invite yourself to places you know where I'm gonna be with my man and just invade our space. Like, that's weird. I planned this night to go out and spend quality time, which is a love language, quality time with my man, and you trying to turn it into a girls' night, or you just weirdly sitting under us. That's weird. Now, unless you're in one of these situations where all three of you were friends and then all of a sudden y'all two just started messing with each other and stuff like that, like, that's understandable. If you're hanging out or y'all want to go somewhere like how y'all always have, or y'all still want to give that third party, you know, make sure they don't feel left out, that's understandable. But date night, intimate stuff, like, no. Everything that you're not gonna be included in everything anymore. Like, if we're not a couple, I understand we were all three doing stuff together, but if we're not a couple and we're not gonna do everything together like we used to. I'm sorry, people might not want to hear this, but when you do get into a relationship, yes, it is important to keep your friendships, but you have a new priority. And I'm sorry, but I ain't gotta include my friends in everything I do in my relationship. The goal is to balance those priorities. You don't have to drop one completely just to cater to this one, but understand that this is a new priority that also needs time and attention. So you're not gonna get all of it, and you're also not going to interfere. Just like I'm not gonna let my boyfriend cut off what attention or time that I give to you. Now, this might be hard for some of y'all, but don't argue with each other. I understand a lot of us females do not like our friend's man, and honestly, it is that girl's responsibility. It's your friend's responsibility that she knows you don't get along with her man to keep y'all away from each other. And you can't get mad if you don't get invited to certain stuff, and he can't get mad if, like, she wants to go do this and without him, like, just make it a girl's thing because y'all don't get along with each other. Y'all make it difficult to be cordial in the same room with each other. So you put your girl and your friend in a position to where she has to pick and choose and divide her time. Y'all are just incapable of being at the same events with each other, being in the same places with each other, and it not being a problem, and y'all not bickering and arguing. It is best if you have a problem with something your friend's man is doing, or if he does something to disrespect you and you want her to know, it's best that you go to her on your own instead of trying to check him. You let her check him, because the whole confrontational, it's a mess, and you don't want, at the end of the day, we all know how our friends are when they get in relationships. She's not like, just because her man disrespected you and y'all had a disagreement, she's not going to break up with him over that. She's now going to have to pick and choose in between y'all when it comes to certain things. You're not doing anything but making your friendship with her harder because it's going to change. Same thing with men. If you don't like your best friend, which most of y'all don't take it upon yourself to try to disrespect my friend or say anything to her about something that you don't like. You come to me and tell me, and then I'll tell her, or we can have a conversation about it. If it's something that's just big to where both of y'all need to be in the same room and we all sit down and have a conversation, then we can all do that. But what we're not gonna do is bicker and argue and go back and forth and just make the friendship and relationship hard. And then plus, honestly, when two people are bickering and constantly going back and forth and fighting like a married couple, each other. Some of y'all best friends and boyfriends constantly bicker at each other and go back and forth, and it's not even because they don't like each other, especially the ones that go back and forth for no reason. It's not necessarily that they don't like each other, it's because they like each other. And before you be like, oh, you know, that ain't, we all got one guy that we done been at odds with, bicker back and forth with, that we actually low-key like. So don't say it's impossible. It's just the best way for them to not flirt with each other and cross lines with each other and betray you is to just bicker and argue. But eventually everything comes to a head, and then I'ma pop it. But the best thing for your friend and your man to do is not bicker and argue. And if they can't be in the same place without just not getting along, then you don't need to continue to invite them to places or settings where both of them are gonna be there. They have to like talk to each other. If they have to like, if they can't be civil for your sake, then they don't need to be around each other. Because eventually, if they really do just not like each other, eventually the more they're around each other, the more they bicker, the worse it's gonna get. People are gonna say things that they can't take back.
Mike, don't go telling secrets, man.
And they're gonna be looking at you like you're not gonna say nothing, and the next person looking at you like you're not gonna say nothing, and y'all in public, y'all around people, or just making it. I don't like to be put on the spot. I don't like picking sides. A lot of people don't like to hear the truth about their behavior. So a lot of things ain't just that simple. Sometimes you have to explain to a person where they went wrong, and in the heat of the moment they feel like you taking sides, and it's just, listen, you got a problem, come talk to me individually about it so I can be two-faced and we can have a good day. But no, in all seriousness, if you have an issue, you know, what these two people have in common is you, the girlfriend or the boyfriend or whatever. Just what they have in common is you, and you have to be the mediator when it comes to these things and really get to the bottom of it. Like, what do y'all really not like each other for? And to be honest, what can calm down the bickering, ladies, is it's okay to vent to your girlfriend. It's okay to tell her stuff, but understand that she not gonna forgive your man like you forgive your man. So you might not want to tell everything. Like I said in my venting video, if this is, you know, 100th time cheating on you, and you know you're not gonna leave him, you know you just upset about it or whatever, and the 99 other times you have vented to your friends about it, maybe this one time we just not vent about it. Like, we just keep it to ourselves and not share it. But even then it's too late, because it is 99 times. So this is why it's important to not down talk your partner to people, sometimes even your friends, because when you're talking so negatively about someone you supposedly love and you don't talk positive enough about them.
Why do you like her?
Look, I know she can be really mean sometimes, but...
Then why do you like her?
It can make... If I'm your friend and I love you, I'm not gonna like the way he treating you. And some people not like me where they can just mind their business and not say nothing because that's your relationship. Some females feel away and they feel like they gotta throw their cape on, and they don't realize that that's not their place. So if you know you got a friend like that, then you wrong yourself for constantly venting about things that you know make them uneasy. We can't change other people. All we can do is bring the behavior to their attention. Like, girl, when I come tell you stuff, they don't give you the right to go and like this and that. Like, if I'm happy, you be happy. If I'm mad in the moment, you be mad. But it never make it back to him. He ain't supposed to know I'm telling you all this. So if you got a friend that make it hard like for that, then it's kind of your fault. We have certain friends for certain aspects of our lives, and certain friends you just cannot vent about certain things to. And then you gotta be careful about when you share too many good things, because honestly everybody ain't happy for you. And this go for friends, family, anybody. Some people will see your relationship be so good that they waiting at any drop of a dime for you to come to them and ask for advice just so they can tell you to leave your man, because they sick of seeing y'all, because they bitter or angry or whatever the case is. So that's why it's just best to have everything private. Like, it's okay to share ground surface stuff, but like, hey, it's your life. These are just things that if you have these problems or if you've been in this situation, these are things that can help the situation. I'm not saying that your best friend can't be your best friend. We all know what best friends are for, the shoulder to cry on, to vent to, and all that stuff. But there has to be a fine line, especially if you don't want any backlash or just any backfire from anything that you say to them, especially if you know how they are. We gotta take accountability and responsibility for stuff at a certain point, to a certain extent, because at the end of the day, there's stuff about our friend that we don't like, and we tell our man about it, like, man, she's so dumb for this, or man, she crazy for this, or da 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 da. You don't want your man to tell her when she come around. It's the same thing. Or she getting on my nerves right now with all of this, da 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 da. She made me mad with this. Like, you don't want your man going to her telling her. It's the same thing. So figure it out. I'm just telling you. But anyways, guys, these have been my tips. I hope that they can help you. Like I said, don't forget to thumbs up my videos because it does help my videos through the algorithm. Don't forget to check out my makeup videos and my vlog. So make sure you hit that bell, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.